Just sold and are getting ready to deliver one of my favorite Mercedes-Benzes of yesteryear. Let me show it to you. This is a 2014 E550 sedan, and what is so cool about this car is that it was the last year for the V8 engine in this generation of E-Class. In 2014, this had a 4.6 liter V8 engine that made over 400 horsepower, and the E550 was a very rare car, very low production, but very popular. Most of what you saw were E350s that had the 3.5 liter V6. Now, what's so significant about this car is that it reminds me of when Mercedes-Benz started to change their engine technology and when our model code names stopped making sense. So there are two components to any model code for Mercedes-Benz. You've got the class of car, which is the E, and then you have numbers. That is referring to the engine in some way. So you have the class of car, E, and 550 referring to the engine in some way. Now, it used to make perfect sense what you got by looking at the numbers. Let me show you the interior of this car real quick. Just beautiful, beautiful. This is a really nice example, about 70,000 miles. Getting picked up later today. Very excited for its new owner. Between about 2011 and 2015, things started to change as emission standards across the world and fuel economy standards started to become a lot more strict. Manufacturers had to start downsizing engines and turbocharging them to get that better fuel economy. And so what started to happen was that as the engines became smaller with turbochargers to get the same or more power, it no longer made sense with the model code. So where it used to be very clear, an E350 or an ML350 was a 3.5 liter V6. A 2011 E550 was a 5.5 liter V8. 63 engines for AMGs were technically 6.2 liter engines, but they were 6.2, 6.3 liter V8 engines. So the numbers that were in the model designations were lined up with the displacement of the engine. Not the case anymore, but what Mercedes decided to do is, well, we don't want to make our model numbers smaller because that would indicate that we're going backwards. So they have kept them in line or even increased them over the years, but now it's much more confusing because it doesn't line up with the engine like it used to.